In this topic, we are going to see about when every smooth surface are viewed in microscope and roughness and irregularity cannot be detected by ordinary touch. By the position, like interlocking the properties of projecting the particles oppose the motion. By this opposing the force, the which acts as opposite direction of the movement is known as force friction. The types of friction. First one is static friction. It is experienced with body when at rest, and dynamic friction when the body is experienced by the body when the motions are done, and sliding friction when it slides over another body is known as sliding friction, and rolling friction. In this friction, the surface is ball or imposed between them, and pivot friction it is experienced due to the motion of rotation. In case of footstep, the frictions are classified as friction between unlubricated surface. The friction is experienced in the body between the two dry and unlubricated surface is known as dry or solid. And friction between lubricated surface. When the surface is lubricant is applied between the two surfaces in contact, then the friction is may classified into two types. That's a boundary friction. It is a friction experienced between rubbing surface at very thin layer, and fluid friction. It is a friction experienced between rubbing surface when the surfaces have thick layer of lubricant, and screw friction. It is a widely used in machine structures and temporary fastening. This the where the outer surface is known as external and inner surface is known as internal thread. We have helix. It is terminology of helix, and this curve traced by the particles, and pitch. It is a distance between the point of screw and the corresponding point, and lead. It is a distance of screw thread and advance axially. Depth of thread. It is a distance between the top and bottom surface. And single thread screw. If the thread screw is equal to the pitch. And friction clutch. It is a clutch of application transmitting the power of shafts and machines which is started and stopped frequently. And in operating the clutch, the care should be taken as friction surface engage easily gradually brings the driven shaft. The contact surface should develop the frictional force, and heat of friction should be rapidly dissipated and tendency to crack, and surface should backed by material stiff enough ensure reasonably uniform distribution of pressure. The friction clutch the following types, that is single or disc plate, cone clutch, and centrifugal clutch. First one is single disc or plate clutch. It is shown in the figure, and then the next slide. There's a clutch plate has both sides surface with friction material. It is mounted on hubs and freely axial. The pressure is bounded inside the clutch body while the driving shaft. The pressure plate pushes the clutch plate towards the flywheel by arranged radially inside the body. The three levels are carried upward, suspended from the case of body. These are arranged in such a manner that pressure plates are moves a flywheel by inverse movement. The bearing is mounted on fork and moves fork when the clutch is pressed pedal. When the clutch pedal is pressed down, it is a linkage force that rests bearing the flywheel. So it is a flywheel clutch plate and moves back from the flywheel and driven shaft becomes stationary. On the other hand, when the foot is taken off from the clutch pedal, the thrust bearing moves back levels. This is a figure shown in the clutch of single plate. The next one is multiple disc clutch. It is shown in the figure when the large torque is transmitted, the disc inside for the transmitted outside disc is held by the bolts and fastened by the housing key driving shaft. Multiple disc it is used to motor car and machine tool. Let N1 equal to number of discs on driving shaft, N2 equal to number of discs on driven shaft. The number of pairs contact surface N equal to N1 plus N2 minus 1. The total frictional torque is equal to T equal to N mu WR, where R equal to mean radius of friction, that is R1 plus R2 by 2. That is a uniform wear for uniform pressure. Capital R equal to 2 by 3 into R1 whole cube minus R2 whole cube by R1 by whole square minus R2 the whole square. This is shown in the where these are the spheres for multiple disc clutch. Next one is cone clutch. It is extremely used to automobiles, but nowadays it is replaced for completely the disc clutch. It consists of one pair of friction surface only. In cone clutch, the driver keyed the driving shaft by chunky and inside the conical surface exactly fit into the outside. This is the driving members is resting on feather key into the driven key. Due to the frictional resistance, the setup of the contact surface, the torque is transmitted from one shaft to another. In some cases, the spring is placed around the shaft. The contact with hub-on driven. The spring holds. The leveler is used to disengagement of the clutch. The material of the clutch faces that depends upon the unallowable normal pressure and coefficient of friction. This is the friction for the cone clutch. And next one is centrifugal clutch. The centrifugal clutch normally incorporated into the motor pulley. It consists of number of shoes shown inside the rim of pulley that is shown in the figure, and the outer surface of the shown are covered with frictional material and moves radially by the spider driven shaft. The spring expert radially inward move force is assumed constant, and the mass of shoe is revolving that causes it export radially outward, and the shoe is just floating when the centrifugal force exceeds the friction force. Is shoe move outward and come in contact with driven member, and the force which is press with against driven member difference of centrifugal and spring force to enables more torque transfer. It is shown that the centrifugal clutch figure is shown here.